All right, this is just a quick recap on my irrigation. I have it going all the way over there, turning that way, then it goes back to the pump. Ties in with the other one that comes through the middle of this field, goes that way and this way. Right now I just turned the water on. Probably hear it, there's still a lot of air in there. I'm just letting it come out. I should open up the valve at the end, but it does have an air release on there. So this is how I hook up from my primary being the 2-inch PVC to the secondary 3/4 inch poly pipe. Just comes in with a threaded nipple to a T, and then it goes all the way down the field that way, all the way down the field that way. This of course is the middle, so it goes on either side evenly. After that, I will go from the 3/4 inch poly, which is trenched right here on each row, about 6 or so feet away from the tree. I'll go and tap into it. It's pretty easy to find it because this trench is pretty loose. I'll tap into it, put in a piece of the spaghetti line. I think it's a 1/4 inch line, and I'll just tie it in, put it by the tree with a 2 gallon per hour dripper on there. And currently that's what all these trees are gonna have. So for my last videos, it shows that I'm getting just over 100 gallons a week, if my memory is serving me right, to each tree. That of course will have to go up later. The plan is to upsize the well and change to spray drippers, sprayers. So here, this one's a little different, but that's because the pipe, when I'm trenching it in the ground, it pulls tight, and when I cut it, it's snapped back that way. So I just added a piece to it, but otherwise it's the same. The major difference is here on the end, which I guess my valve is open. This is my air valve, lets air come out. And I don't know if you saw when I closed it, the water came out of here. That serves as the water hammer that comes through there, lets it out so it doesn't damage the pipes. So this one here is set up a little bit different. The future plan is still to go down that way in the field, several more rows. But for now, I have 4 rows on this new set. I like to hide any of these, like the gauge that was right over there that we looked at, or this, which is just like a bleed off valve slash air exit, whatever you want to call it. You can use it to flush out the system, etc. But I like to I say hide them, but keep them semi in line with the row itself. I don't want it to stick out in the middle of the row, because if I do that, bigger chance of hitting it. So have it kind of hidden, if you will, within the line of the row. That's why this one, again, about 6 feet away from the tree, roughly, because I don't want to trench on that side of the tree. I trench always on this side of the tree, the same all the way through. That way in 20 years, 30 years, I'll remember what I did. I don't have to remember, the 4th row was over here and the 6th row was over here. No, they're all the same. So since I'm hiding this one in between the rows, like within the line of the rows, I have to tie this in like this. If not, that would be way over here outside of the row. So just simply tie it in like that. No biggie. Pretty simple. And well, that's really it. In the future, when I need to extend that, I could do one of 2 things. I can cut it on this side and extend it, because this part here is engineered for 7 rows. So I can cut it there and extend it all the way past another 3 more rows and still use this setup to feed the one that's closest to it. Or I can cut it over here, the PVC that is, and just move it and leave this the same, because this will still be trenched. You could do it either way. Now I'm gonna go on the end and see. I have all the ends opened up. I'm flushing the system. So I am going to walk to each end on this one and on that one. And I'm going to basically kink the line over to lock it off, to then pressurize the system. But it won't fully pressurize because the other side, the other 10 rows are still opened up and can run. It is run on one channel, but I can easily divert it into separate channels if need be. Now, another note, I did not winterize my system. Rookie mistake. So I thought that this, of course, is a ball valve. I thought the water would come out of here as it expanded. I didn't think water would be sitting up to here because my system's off, and like I turn it off at the well so it doesn't give water to the system. And I thought water would come out through all of the drippers, but it didn't. I was told water can sit right in this little spot right here and crack it. And that's probably what happened. I need to waterproof them. Here you can drill a tiny hole on either side of this. Of course, you have to have the ball closed when you do that, so you don't drill through the actual stopper part of it, which is that part right there. You don't want to drill through that. It's in a closed position right now. This is the position where you want to drill, and then only thing is when you open it, it's going to shoot a little bit of water out. But I'd rather that than shooting this water out and me having to replace this expensive valve. I do need to go back and fix those. I can see some water leaking over there, but anyway, I'll have to do the springtime irrigation check all over this place. All right, anyway, that's it for now. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second with the ends. Stand by. All right, yesterday forgive me. I did not get to the end of what I was saying I was gonna do. I said I was going to show y'all how I kinked off these ends. This is last year's, not this year, but it's the same thing. When you have the end right here, right? You just, there's a neighbor. You just take this, and of course I'm doing it one-handed, but you take this and fold it into that piece right there. That's like a figure 8. Just put one end and the other end and kink it. And I thought that would never work, but it does. That's held for a year. The only thing that's messed that up is my mowing skills. I put holes in it. I cut them off. That's why I'm burying those in the ground this year. So I have to go back to all my other lines, all my rows, and go back and fix them all, put them all on the ground. That's on the to-do list. So, all right. Thanks again for watching. Bye.